It's clear as the eternal fire.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. It's been a couple of days since I recorded one of these episodes, but let's just keep on moving here. So right now I am in Novigrad on the St. Gregory's Bridge. I always thought this bridge was really cool. So for this episode I was thinking, let's finally do that Gwent side quest that we picked up a very long time ago on one of these Novigrad notice boards, probably this one. And it says that there's going to be a Gwent tournament here in Novigrad. We can go to the Passiflora, which is a brothel. And I don't know why they would be hosting a Gwent tournament, but I'm not going to really ask any questions about that. We can go there and do the Gwent tournament. But before that, we can actually win a unique card from Marquis Serenity. So I believe this is the first time heading in here. It's kind of a upscale establishment. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
White Wolf, welcome to the Passiflora. Oh, no sign of recognition in your eyes.
Greetings,
Don't fret. I'm sure I look quite different from when we last saw each other.
which was?
Oh, eons ago. You and Master Dandelion appeared, 2 halflings in tow. What a smash they were, the little chaps. We recount that night to this day.
So the, staff hasn't changed since then?
Oh, of course it has. It does so incessantly in this business. Burly Berthie married a merchant. Ella struck out on her own. And you'll likely find Cerise praying at the temple. I alone remain. So, shall I summon the girls? Just remember, this is a decent establishment. Pause to yourself to start with. And our girls are well-mannered. The range of subjects they discuss in detail, I myself find it daunting.
Okay, so of course, this being a Witcher game, we could obviously, as Geralt, sleep around with the girls here. We're not going to be doing that in this playthrough. If you want to see some of that stuff, plenty of videos out there. So clearly, Geralt and this Madame Serenity have met before. I can't say I remember quite when. Obviously, it was when Geralt was with Dandelion back sometime in Novigrad. I don't know. Probably happened in one of the stories. I just don't really remember it. So we can say, let's see the girls first.
I'd love to meet the rising generation of Passiflora buds.
Oh, okay, well.
Could it be that all roads lead to the Passiflora? Welcome back.
I thought she was going to introduce them to me or something.
Why, I almost regret I'm no longer on active duty.
Well then, oh, there we go. This is probably the introduction.
Any girl in particular you'd recommend?
You'd like Narcissa? Perhaps not the prettiest, but she's by far the most inventive. And as my dearly departed mother would say, the fun's not in the face.
Okay, Narcissa. Keep my eye out on her. Let's see what she's selling.
Actually, I'd just like to buy something.
Alright, let's see. We got some flowers, some perfume, some Gwent cards, which I'm going to pick up. I probably did not need that Commander's Horn. Shield to Tanserville, Trebuchet, and a Doblasan Archer. Okay, cool. And she sells various fruits and drinks and candies. Have I ever seen banana in this game before? I don't think I have. Like, wow, that's... That icon looks totally unfamiliar to me. But, yeah, we don't need to buy any of that stuff. I was kind of hoping she would be selling some, recipes for other foods, but, oh well. It's time for Gwent.
I'm curious. You play Gwent?
Certainly. Though for high stakes exclusively, of course. In fact, the game would be exceedingly boring without the risk.
Okay, let's play then.
Up for a round?
Why, yes. Let's play.
So just a word of warning, guys, because this episode is going to be focused mainly on the Gwent tournament, there will be a lot of this stuff just in this episode. So, yeah, just be warned. We are going to keep playing this Nilfgaardian deck. Actually, let me see. Let me see if the Scoia'tael deck has any, decent cards that we can use in it now. The problem with the Scoia'tael deck is that the units have very low base strength, and they don't muster as much as the monster deck does, which makes kind of the monster deck my least favorite deck in terms of the mod that I'm playing. Obviously, the monster deck is the strongest one if you are just playing vanilla Gwent, which we're not doing. And plus, we don't have like any of the good leaders yet, so I'm going to skip on Scoia'tael just now. We unlocked Skellige by visiting Tusong back a couple of episodes ago. Obviously, we don't have enough cards for that just yet. And monsters, yeah, I'm not a big fan. When you play monsters, you kind of have to just rely a lot on your neutral cards, so your cards that are not bound to your faction, which, you know, you can play in any faction, so. And obviously Northern Realms is pretty solid. We have Sheila now, but do we still... oh, and we also have Sabrina, which makes that a really powerful play. You know what? Let's give Northern Realms another try. We haven't played this deck in a while. We'll add in the new cards that we got, and probably... Let's see. So I can take out 2 cards here. Let's go ahead and take out these Crimford Reavers and just leave it at that. Our only spy right now is Dijkstra, which makes this deck kind of like tiers weaker than the Nilfgaardian one, but the fact that our faction ability lets us draw a card after any round 1 is pretty good. Okay, so this hand is solid. I'm going to keep it. Okay. Ooh, that is Regis. I've actually been playing quite a little bit of multiplayer Gwent lately, so if I don't remember some of these cards because I'm confusing them with the actual multiplayer ones, well, that's why. So let's start off with Roach here. He should summon a Vess, which will also bond with that Blue Stripes Scout that we have in our hand. And she's just laying down like hero cards. Oh man. Better play some high tempo or I'm gonna lose this round. Oh yeah, look at that. That's 3 hero cards in a row. Are those all from the deck? Oh man, that's so not good. Well, since she already did that, let's go ahead and do this. This is the only tempo play that will allow me to catch up. In fact, it ties the game, which is terrible. Yeah, if you remember, the Nilfgaardian faction ability wins all ties, which is not good for me. At this point, I'm wondering if I can even win this round 1. The thing about Gwent in this game is that if you don't win round 1 and your opponent's deck is extremely powerful, you have almost no chance of winning the game. Whereas if you do win round 1, even if their deck is very powerful, you have a very good chance of winning the game. So yeah, this round 1 is extremely important. Yeah, let's just go ahead and clear that weather. Let's see what else she's got. Oh no, she's got Scorch! Damn, that's a lot of points. Guess I'm forced to play Ogeared here. I don't really want to, but oh well. Okay, and he's got more stuff. If only I had like a Letho or something to clear that front row. That would be so good. But he's putting me in a really, really awkward position. Let's go ahead and play this Dijkstra and see if she passes. That's a pass, and this guy should take me the round. There we go. Good. We won the round 2 cards up, which means probably going to win the game. Oh man, that Regis is nasty carryover. Okay, let's just see if we can win this game in 2 rounds, because I got this guy, and if I draw into a Commander's Horn with the spy I have, then I'm almost guaranteed to win this round, or this game. No Commander's Horn, but that is just fine. Do I have a spy in my graveyard? I do not. Okay. Oh my god, that's Ciri. Shoot. Ciri is way too strong in this mod. She's actually incredible. Okay, so she will play the spy, which I will decoy. And okay, that Commander's Horn doesn't really do much. Let's go ahead and play the spy. I don't have enough points in my hand to really win this round just yet. Okay, so if that's all she's got, can I win this round? I probably can. I got a Commander's Horn. Yeah. do that, and that should be good, right? No? Okay, one more then. Let's go with this guy. There we go.
I fail to understand how I lost that. Oh, I believe this card belongs to you now.
Know any other players willing to stake rare cards?
In Novigrad, Siggy Reuven's collection is famous. You really should challenge him.
Ah, now she tells me I can challenge Dijkstra. Like, when I was with Dijkstra a while ago, I was kind of wondering why I couldn't challenge him to a game of Gwent, because I know that you can play him, but apparently you had to play Serenity first before you can go challenge him, but let's not do that right now. There's a tournament that we can participate in right here, I think. I think we got that contract, right?
Then I suggest you return with better cards and buy some more suitable attire.
There it is, high stakes, suitable attire. I wonder if this if this golden chainmail is suitable attire for this upscale Gwent game. Well, the scribe will decide.
Yes?
Alright, let's enter the tournament.
Heard you play for high stakes here.
Firstly, we must have the proper effects. Let's have a look at our cards, shall we? Cards are in order, but can we afford the buy-in?
So he's just checking our deck to see if we have enough hero cards in it. So I believe like you need to have at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 hero cards in your deck before you can even enter this tournament, because otherwise they think your deck is too weak. But you know, a lot of Gwent in this game is not really about the strength of your deck, but rather just how you play it. And yeah, as I said before, the strategy is kind of minimal. It's really just about winning round 1, bleeding round 2, and then winning round 3. It's pretty simple.
We can.
Well, let's have a name then, and we shall issue an entry ticket.
Geralt of Rivia.
Gerard of Rivia. The match will start soon, but the hoi polloi must first be driven out. We will please wait. Achoo!
It's Geralt, not Gerard.
Tournament participants only. Everyone else out. Achoo! We are cordially invited to come back tomorrow.
Okay, so kicking out all the patrons, because obviously a Gwent tournament is more important.
Geralt of Rivia. And I was beginning to think this tournament would be a dreadful bore. I'm afraid winning coin from peasants, thugs, and faux aristocrats is no great source of satisfaction for me.
We know each other?
Let's say we've some mutual acquaintances. I've heard many good things about you. In vivid detail.
Place like this, that's more a warning than a recommendation. What's your name?
Sasha.
Sasha what? Or maybe just skip right to telling me your real name.
Place like this, Sasha will need to suffice.
Okay, Sasha, why don't you tell me about some of the other people in the tournament?
Come to the Passiflora often? Seem to know everyone.
I'm here from time to time. I cannot say all the faces are familiar, but that is Patrick Hazelnut. Never goes anywhere without those 3.
Hazelnut.
Met a man once who traveled with 2 Zeracanian warrior women as bodyguards, but those 3...
have other talents, clearly. The halfling's Bernard Tully, a farmer, claims to play for pleasure. But everyone wants to win, don't they? Best beware of that one. He's not particularly fond of others, outcasts, types like you. Ironic, since Phineas himself is a half-elf. And I'm certain you've heard of Count Tybalt. After all, he is the one who organized this tournament.
Actually, I haven't heard of him.
He's reputed to be fabulously wealthy. I can't say how true it is, but he was able to afford his title and the county that came with it.
Whoa, okay. Well, we'll see you in the tournament.
All right. See you later, Sasha.
Try to chat up the other players before the tournament begins. We must all wait for Count Tybalt anyway.
Alright, Alright, let's talk to Hazelnut first, because that name is pretty good.
Just a bit more and I'll drop this job.
Apologies, but I must focus my thoughts before the match.
Yeah, hilarious. Well,
I can see that.
This will certainly serve me better than your conversation with Sasha has served you. I'd be wary of her.
okay. Well, it's the Witcher's duty to be aware of everything here, so let's continue. Oh, hey, Serenity's here.
Could it be that all roads lead...
Okay, well, she doesn't say anything special.
Take care now.
Then let's talk to this half-elf dude, Phineas.
What?
Playing tournaments often?
What to you? Perhaps you'd wish to see my cards as well. Am I a hee-haw for you to fondle before you choose? Shall I wag my prick for you?
See your cards when we play.
You unlikely to advance that far, mutant.
Wow, that's just rude. Alright, forget him. Let's talk to the halfling.
I'm new to this too. Took me ages to squirrel away the coin for the buy-in. Mushrooms are no quick route to riches.
You really a farmer?
Why not look it? Got a little farmstead just outside the city. Could sit there for days just watching things grow.
What's with the smell?
The smell? Anywho, mushrooms are all well and good, but one's got to get away at times. My lady, she was in tears. Said I'd get my throat slit in Novigrad. But I says to her, Hortensia, what a chance. The best players, the rarest cards. She had to let me go.
Good luck then.
Good luck to you.
Likewise. Now, that's the sporting spirit. Not like that half-elf over there who's been shooting me murderous glares this whole time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our closed Gwent tournament. By closed, I mean more than the mere elite nature of the event. Anyone leaving the Passiflora before the end of play will be disqualified. That's rule number 1. Rules number 2, 3, and 4 are no fighting, dirty play, or magic tricks. We play for golden figurines. The winner will take them all, along with a monetary prize equal to 9 times the buy-in. Easy enough to calculate that 9 have entered. The tournament will consist of 3 rounds. The finalist emerging from said shall play me. Players will be paired by random draw. The groupings for the first round shall be read now.
Achoo! Phineas and Tim Knott. Patrick Hazelnut and Harold Featherbuds. Gervolt of Rivia and Bernard Tull.
How about that?
Bramble Frontenstock and Madam Sasha.
Excellent.
A pleasant match to you all.
That guy is just misreading my name on purpose.
Copper, look, we got a pie.
Okay, guess we're playing this Bernard dude first.
Starting at last. A year down the road, I'll be plying Hortensia and my lads with tales of this night. Let's play!
Okay, so obviously to advance... Well, I mean... Okay, so to advance the side quest, we don't really need to win all of the games. But I really would like it if I can win all of these games. So if I happen to fail at some point, well... We'll just restart. I mean, the chances are not high that I fail, but it happens. It happens sometimes when I get a really bad draw or something. Okay, so let's see what we have. Wow, yeah, this is what I'm saying about a really bad draw, because this hand is just awful. Oh god. The spy makes it a little bit better. Let's kick Sultan. That's not a good card to draw. Well, it's not awful, I suppose. It's just that hero in particular doesn't really do much because I am forced to play this guy. Otherwise, I'll just be playing 2 cards out of my hand with one turn, and that's never good. Okay, so getting scorched on my very second turn. This is not good. This is definitely not good. Depending on how strong his deck is and from what I see here, it's going to be pretty strong. This is going to be really rough. Well, do what I can. Yeah. Oh, wow. Alright, Villain Truttenmirth. Okay. He's just flaunting his good cards. Okay, so the good thing is we can clear the weather at any time. Let's, I think we'll have to play Triss. This is definitely not a really good resurrection target, but it's the best I got. And at this point, I would love to save these decoys for his spies, but I gotta make something happen here. Okay, so he's passing, which is good. This means that I'm just gonna use this, clear the weather, and take the round. Don't have to use an extra card. Alright, so now I get to draw a card. Hopefully it's something good. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you, Dijkstra. The one and only spy in my deck. That was actually a very lucky draw. And yeah, that's kind of why I didn't want to play my decoy on Triss, but I had to win that round one. Because now if he has any more spies, it's going to be a problem. Alright, or if he has his own decoy, which he most likely does. Alright, okay, so if you remember earlier, when this is just not related to the current situation at all, but if you remember earlier, Geralt said something like he met a guy who had 2 Zeracanian followers all the time, to compare to the Patrick dude who had these 2 women next to him. The guy Geralt was referring to is this guy right here, Bork 3 Jackdaws. So this one guy in the middle, he's always accompanied by these 2 Zeracanian women. I know it has nothing to do with anything, but it's just a little bit of trivia. Alright, oh, that's a good draw. That is fantastic. Okay, because it was so nice to me, I'm wondering if I should even play this Dijkstra at this point. Because if I draw into either Sabrina or Vess, that will brick these 2 cards, which I don't really want to do. At this point, I might be able to win just like this round, so let's just go ahead and play this. Get the Sabrina out. And now we will play Dijkstra. The cool thing is, if we win this game in 2 rounds, then his Northern Realms ability will not activate, because you only get that ability if you win a round. And if you don't win a single round, then, you know, you don't get the ability. So, kind of working out for me. Alright, so now it's a good time to just play this. He is making really good use of that Commander's Horn though, but I think I can as well. Alright, good. That's a win for me. Very good. I was kind of nervous there from the first round, but I was able to take it.
Congratulations. Bit of a shame being eliminated in the first round, but so it goes. It is only a game. Having a good time. That's what matters.
Okay. Oh, and we received a Photos Leader card.
So, how did you fare in the first round?
Not bad. Guessing you won too.
I've the distinct impression my opponent was drunk. Had an altogether decent hand, but...
Might have had a hard time concentrating.
Care to finish this conversation in private? I have a proposition for you. Meet on the terrace upstairs.
Wow, proposition, huh? Okay.
Alright.
Okay, excuse me. If you could stop pushing me. Alright, let's go visit her. Actually, I'm just gonna follow her.
For heroic deeds, but the madam, well, you know.
So, yes. Plenty of people in this place.
Alone at last.
What did you want to talk about?
A cartload of coin. That's the grand prize, you know. I can't speak for you, but I'd prefer it didn't land in the wrong hands. And luck can be so undependable. Frankly, one should simply take the coin, subtly, you know, without bothering the others.
Wow. She is a thief.
Huh. As propositions go, this is not exactly what I was expecting. You don't seem like a...
Thief? True, it's not my day job. Which is why I could use some help.
Why are you telling me this?
Why tell me?
I'm a woman. I'm in need of that coin. And Geralt of Rivia would never abandon a woman in need. Or so I heard.
Who'd you hear it from?
Fringilla Vigo. She told me of your adventures in Beauclair. Apparently you're dependable. So long as the cause is just.
Fringilla Vigo. Nilfgaardian spy and, well, she's not so much of a spy as she is a sorceress. So, yes. Well, it doesn't really matter what we choose at this point. I'm just gonna go with, doesn't really seem like a just cause.
Doesn't seem like a just cause to me.
What if I told you my life depended on it?
Well, that changes things slightly, but I wouldn't really believe you.
Wouldn't believe you. Fringilla also mentioned I'm easy to manipulate.
She said you could be trusted. Very well. I'll have to manage on my own.
Alright, you have fun with that, Sasha. I'm just going to sit back and play me some Gwent. Can I take some of the food on this table? Because that thing looks delicious.
Damn it, I don't know.
I don't know if any of you guys have had like a whole roasted piglet before, but man, it's an experience, that's for sure.
Time for round 2. Your attention, please.
Madam Sasha and Gilbert of Reeve.
Oh, come on!
Phineas and Harold Featherbones.
We wish you a pleasant match. May fortune smile on you always.
Gilbert, really? That's not even kind of close.
For heroic deeds, but the madam...
Alright,
well,
so we're playing Sasha in this round. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. Taking it upstairs, huh?
I get no pleasure whatsoever from easy victories. So I should be very angry if you let me win.
Don't plan to. Curious about that other proposition, though.
Oh no, we're definitely not going to let her win, but if she just so happens to win, there's not much I can do about it. So the leader card we got from her, I think is this one. Destroy your opponent's strongest siege units if they have 10 or more points on that row. And it's not really that good. I mean, it's okay. It takes up a turn, but clearing weather is a very nice trait to have. Just that extra little bit of security. I mean, this version of Foltest is probably not the best leader in the game. The best leader in the game is probably one of the Nilfgaardian ones, because that's just hard to generate card advantage. Like, I think there is a Nilfgaardian leader that just says, take a card out of your opponent's discard pile. So not only do you not use a card in your hand, you're taking a card out of your opponent's graveyard. Like, that's like a spy. It's a spy that you can use anytime. That's way too strong. Way better than this Foltest clearing weather. Oh, come on, really? Deja vu here. What do these people have against my Odim's darknesses? In that case, well, let's just play this. Generate some tempo. It's always good to try to, like, intimidate your opponent with a lot of points on the board at once, so that they're tempted to pass early on round 1. Something you can do, by the way, also in multiplayer Gwent. Although in multiplayer, winning round 1 is not quite as important. It is good depending on the deck you're playing, of course. But I don't really want to go into the details here. Alright, so scorch this. Damn it! Okay. My big mouth. Me and my big mouth. Okay, the hell do I even do at this point? Did he just do that? Oh my god. Like, that's so bad. That's really bad for me. Well, we're just gonna have to play it. Like, there's no choice. Hopefully he passes. Okay, good. And yes, I'm gonna have to invest a lot of cards into this round, but I gotta do it. I gotta take the round. Okay, so I'm down by 2 cards, which is pretty bad, but this hand is pretty kick-ass. Okay, well that works for me. There's a reason I play 3 decoys in my decks. It's just for these very specific situations. Oh my god, he probably plays 3 decoys too. Okay. Well, that's fine. Kind of low-key hoping that he saves those spies for round 3. So that's the exact leader I was talking about. Take a card from your opponent's discard pile. That is so overpowered. I mean, I'll be lucky at this point if I can even use my leader ability in this game. Because he doesn't seem like he's playing any weather cards, which is smart. Weather cards are terrible. I really wish he would play one of those spies, because this is making me really nervous. Let's see. I gotta do it. Damn it! He didn't play a spy. That sucks. Because now my Triss is far less useful than what it's supposed to be. I gotta just pass. There's not much I can do. Oh my god, yes. That's a wasted card. And there's a spy. Okay, well, I don't get to decoy it, but I get to revive it next turn with my Triss, which is fine. Alright, and that generates some carryover for him. But I also have my own carryover, so maybe this will be okay? Maybe. Okay, obviously we're gonna go with this, and it's always better to res the spy. That's just common sense. Common Gwent sense. Oh man, good draws. Okay. I'm far more confident that I'll win this now. Now that I drew those 2 cards. And there's his last spy, which I will also decoy because that's kind of what I've been saving this decoy for. Ah, damn it, he got good draws in those last couple of cards. Let's see. Okay, only plays 2 of them, which is bizarre. Why would you only play 2 of those? There's the spy. Pretty good. And his last card is... That's fine. That is perfectly fine. So, yeah, so that's Fringilla Vigo. Right there, this one. And this one is... I don't know why they bond together in this mod, but yeah. I guess they do kind of look similar. No match for Yennefer, though. And that's it.
Well, I hope your luck holds.
You know, my luck has been pretty good today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3rd round. The heat is on.
The nearest round's winner will face Count Tybalt himself in the final. Phineas and Gerard of Rivia. Achoo!
I'll not play a mutant.
Are we to understand you forfeit this round? Fine. In that case...
No, I'll not swiving forfeit the round. I shall squash him like a louse.
A good match to you both. Please remember the tournament rules. No magic, no quarrels.
Okay. It's time to teach this guy a lesson.
Play.
Wait a minute, what? Did you just see that? Okay, I looked away from my screen for a moment, but I could have sworn there were two of that guy. I'm gonna have to take a look at that during editing. What the hell? Alright, well, that's fine. I was wondering why the game was loading longer than usual, but apparently it was trying to load two of that guy next to me. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna continue playing this Voltest deck. We just got a really strong Nilfgaardian leader, but hopefully our luck with this Northern Realms deck will hold onto this round. Okay, so this hand is pretty decent. It's actually really good. No decoys kind of makes me a little nervous. Let's just mulligan one card and check our luck. Okay, you know, yeah, let's not test it any farther than that. Okay, so he's playing Scoia'tael, which is relatively weak. What does that leader do? Close combat units, okay. Oh my god, it's gonna happen again, isn't it? I'm gonna play this and he's gonna scorch me. You know what? I'm not gonna let that happen. I will not fall into the trap. Let's open this with Vernon Roach. Alright, so with that, obviously we can also play this guy. Give me a bit of tempo. Followed by... let's go with this one. I gotta make sure that none of my units in the front row align, so he can't do any scorching shenanigans to me. At this point I can play this. Oh wow, he's not giving up the round. Okay. Well, in that case, I could like easily pass at this point and just have a really solid card advantage going to the next round, but card advantage does not beat winning the first round. So we are going to play this and guarantee that he's going to pass here. Because if he doesn't, then I'm passing. It's just, yeah, he's passing. That is fine. Yeah, it's better for him to use the decoy on something kind of useless instead of using it on my spy. But he probably has another spy up his sleeve somewhere, so... Alright, let's go ahead and just play out these carryovers. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying this because these games are still relatively challenging. If I use my Nilfgaardian deck, I don't think these will be too challenging. The abundance of spies in the Nilfgaardian deck just kind of makes things a little dull because they're just too strong. You know, these with this deck we only have one spy so far. That's Dijkstra. We can get some more later, but for now that's all we have. And because of how powerful these spies are, I think having one in the deck is kind of balanced as opposed to having more. Nilfgaard has 3, 4 potentially if you get that hero card, so that's just too many. Oh wow, okay, well this guy certainly knows what he's doing. I just hope that last card isn't a decoy. Let's see, you know what? It might be worth risking right now. Let's just do it. If that is a decoy, then he loses. If it's not, then I have a good chance of losing. It's a Scorch. Ouch. That hurts me just a little bit. So I can kind of like gamble here, right? There's a really good chance that with my 2 cards, I will have how many points? Like, I need 11 points. So really good chance that my 2 cards will generate 11 points. Or I can take it into the 3rd round and see if my 2 cards can generate 5 points, which just makes a lot more sense to me. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, I forgot the carryover. Yeah, so I don't even need to gamble in this case. I can just pass. There we go.
The mutant cheated! I'll gouge those devilish eyes out with my bare hands!
Oh man. Seriously, you don't want to do this. I've beaten the strongest fighters here in Velen and Novigrad. I mean, what makes you think this freaking elf with a quiver is going to... Oh, wow, okay. He's got some moves. Oh, wow. Alright, okay. Maybe I underestimated him. Alright. Just gotta make sure he doesn't do those really quick punches. Those ones are the ones that, like, right there. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Those quick jabs are just really hard to counter.
Well played. Congratulations on both your victories. I'd wanted to summon the guards initially, but...
Yeah, it's better I took care of it.
Please, join me for the final. I must admit I did not expect this outcome. Bet a rather large sum on another player, in fact.
Might have guessed there were multiple games going on.
Alright, very nice. And you can just walk away.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Alright, so we're gonna play Count... Is he a Count? Yeah, we're gonna play Count Thibaut himself. I'm just saving the game here just to be safe.
Let's begin.
Alright, should we do something different for this round? Do I have a spy in this monster's deck? That's the important question right now. I don't have one in here. Do I have one here? I don't have a spy for the monster deck, which means I don't really want to use it. Any deck that's lacking a spy, it's not worth using. Even if it's just one spy in the deck, that can make all the difference. So even like the Squirtle deck, I believe we do have one. There it is, yeah, Shiru. But like I just don't like the way this deck plays, honestly. And yeah, and plus we don't have the better Squirtle leader. This one, draw extra card at the beginning of the battle, so we don't have that one. Which means, unfortunately, we won't be able to make great use of the Squirtle deck right now. Which means we're just going to go back to Northern Realms. Yeah, keep it simple. Okay, so he's playing a monsters deck. Which typically in vanilla Gwent, the monster deck would be absolutely devastating. But because we're playing this mod, the mod actually nerfed monsters and strengthened everything else, which is quite interesting because, yeah, like monsters were just far too strong in vanilla Gwent, and it was kind of overwhelming. Alright, so I got a pretty... it's not terrible. I'm going to play this guy first because I really hate it when they scorch my Odim's Darknesses. Okay, so that's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and play this. A solid 15 points. And he's got a Commander's Horn. Okay, what does that leader ability do, by the way? That one. Restore a card from your discard pile. Okay, so that's... that's very, very powerful. It's not quite as good as the Nilfgaardian one that takes one from your opponent's graveyard. Because taking a card from your opponent's graveyard means that you can take your own spies. And that's, yeah, that's ridiculous. Let's see. We can keep on pushing this round a bit farther by playing this one. And he passes. Great. Alright. Oh, that's not a really good card. But I do have 2 carryover cards in my hand, which could help. Yeah, everyone plays these powerful neutral cards. The Dandelion, which we don't have yet. Zotin is not, it's not a terrific neutral card, but cards like Yennefer and Letho, they're just extremely powerful. Okay, there it is, that ability. He didn't take back like anything too significant, but yeah, that's still a pretty good ability. And I'm also kind of hoping here that he would play a weather card or something, so I can take up a turn and clear the weather. But obviously he doesn't really want to do that just yet. What should I do here? I think I need to pass. Yeah, he's 2 cards up on me, but there's... it'd be very risky to continue playing at this point. You know what? No pain, no gain. Let's keep going. This is not a good decision on my part, but well, we're just gonna have to try it. Oh wow, okay. So he clearly played that Commander's Horn card on the wrong row. If he played it on the ranged or the siege row, I would have been in really big trouble. But yeah, okay, that doesn't scare me that much. I have this Yennefer to back me up. So let's just keep going here. And oh shoot, wait a minute. Oh no, that's fine. Prepare for one of the biggest scorches ever. 4 times 16, that's 64 plus 11 is 75 points. 75 point swing. Let's see if he can beat that. He only needs 6 points. Wow. Ah, wish he got, but it doesn't matter because I have 2 carryovers and he only has 1. I say 1 because Monster's faction ability has that carryover ability thing. And there it is. Wow, that was actually a pretty tight game. I like that one.
Superb match. A great pleasure. The prize will be yours.
Thief! The coin's gone. The guard's been stabbed.
What?
How is this possible?
No one's removed the coin from the premises. All those leaving were searched.
Phew!
We must scour the building. Anyone leaving must pass inspection.
Alright. Sasha?
Before you ask, it wasn't me.
Okay.
Figured as much.
My offer still stands. Perhaps you'd search for the coin with me.
Okay, well this I will help you do.
Agreed. Where do we start?
We must get upstairs. Wait. I say, this Witcher is Captain Hansen's good friend. He could examine the crime scene. Charge only a trifling.
A fee? But...
We will, of course, collect it from the captain personally. How is his injury from the other week? Has it healed yet?
Well, I'd heard it had.
Splendid. We shall go upstairs at once.
That's some good hustling. Okay, let's go. Novigrad Guard.
Next time we see the captain, milady, I'd appreciate you mentioning.
That is all, good fellow. You may go. The Witcher requires absolute silence while he works.
Of course.
That's right. Absolute silence is what I need. What a fool.
That went well. Really know the captain?
Yes, a horrid man. Come now, get to work.
Okay, so they only had 1 guard stationed to protect, what, 1,800 coin? Novigrad crowns. I think in Vanilla Witcher 3 it was 9,000 crowns, which is an incredible amount of money.
Blows delivered from a strange angle. Expert, though. Precise.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody dragged something heavy towards the terrace.
Well then. Could it be a cart load of coin?
Crossbow bolt. A line tied to it. Line's clearly been cut.
Thief might have used it to lower the sack of coin. He'd need an accomplice waiting down below to grab it.
Something down there, but I can't make it out.
Okay, let's go down there then.
Must have been one of the players. Lowered the coin down on the line and strolled past the guards.
This was well prepared. Think you can track the culprit down?
Don't know yet. Ought to look in the street, see if I can find anything there.
Huh. This is a little reminiscent of Dandelion's heist on Dijkstra's vault. Although I think that one was much more elaborate than this one. This is just kill the guard, take the coin, lower it into the, lower it from the balcony. That's about it.
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Right. So, gotta examine something from here. Oh, there it is.
Same as the one tied to the bolt. Gonna have to look around. Where's that scent coming from? Cinnamon. Strange.
I don't smell a thing.
It's because you don't have those Witcher senses. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh, that is a very faint scent. You guys, out of my way.
Deepest apologies.
They're all suspects in this case.
The new fee.
And whosoever contributes...
Haste makes waste. Culprit lost this crate. Must have fallen off the wagon.
Can you be certain this was the thief's?
Crossbow under the packages. Itching to crack a pun about every rosemary having its...
I appreciate you resisting the impulse. I've seen this guild mall. It's a trading company's. One that imports spices from Zerrikanian. They've a storehouse at the docks. Northernmost one on this side of the port. Shall I meet you there?
Sounds good.
That's some good information.
Big four. Will you pay it?
I doubt it.
Okay, so now gotta go to the docks. Yes, warehouse at the docks. All right. So there is another notice board right here. I think we will read that next time we come back. For now, let's just go ahead and finish up this mission, and we'll see what we can do from there. Although, oh man, 51 minutes in. Wow. Probably won't have a lot of time to do another quest in this episode, but hey, we're moving along. I actually really like this one because those Gwent games, they were relatively challenging for me, and I'm glad that I started playing the not the Nilfgaardian deck, damn it, the Northern Realms deck again, because it's just good enough to actually compete with the opponent's decks, but it's also just bad enough to not, completely destroy the opponents. Nilfgaardian deck is just not fair. Oh hey.
Yeah, welcome to my workshop. Sturdy craftsmanship at a reasonable price.
So this is our regular weaponsmith. So if we haven't unlocked Hattori services already, this is a guy we would go to craft some swords, which is, his stuff is not spectacular. But let's see what he says about the Master Swordsmith.
Looking for someone who can forge an item based on a master's diagram.
No one I know. Not here in Novigrad at any rate. Hattori, that's who you'd want if he weren't done. Burned out, you see. He's scrunching dumplings somewhere now. Cannot say where, for I only eat at home.
Well, he's not really up to speed with the news because Hattori is back. Let's see what he's selling.
Show me what you have on offer.
Alright, so he's got... Oh, look at that. He's selling a blunt sword. Not very useful for us just right now. Is he selling anything else interesting? I guess not. Well, that's fine. Okay, so let's go over to... Oh yeah, let's go over to crafting. And I want to do a couple of bomb casings. So let's just go ahead and do 4 for now, because I'm too lazy to do any dismantling. Craft a couple of these so I can make some more bombs. Alright, and as for crossbow bolts, I got this new one, Split Silver Bolt, but honestly I don't really even know what the point of these split bolts are. They turn into multiple projectiles, and these split silver ones, they're incredibly weak. Like, look at that, 77 piercing damage compared to, well, 110 for the regular one. Alright. But, oh, okay, I see. It has plus 150 silver damage. This one has plus 240. I don't think we're going to go for it. Let's just repair our gear a little bit. See what else I can do with him. Not much. And because this episode is already so full of Gwent, let's just play another round.
Don't know that I'm going to buy anything, but I sure wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent.
Obviously, I'm trying to play Gwent with as many people as I can, because I want to at least have a chance of finishing that one quest where we collect all the Gwent cards. You know, like that quest, it's definitely one of the last quests anyone playing this game would be doing, because collecting all the Gwent cards requires you to face, I would say, there it is again, like seriously? The Scorch on the, like really? Why, what do these people have? Oh my god, like wow. So as I was saying, collecting all the Gwent cards requires you to face maybe 85 to 90% of every single person who plays Gwent in this game, which means you kind of have to go around and talk to people to see if they will even play with you. Most of the time it's with merchants, but once in a while you have just like a random person, very, very rarely will you have to find who plays Gwent, and you kind of have to know where they are in order to play them. You don't have to play every single person in this game. Eventually you will run out of people to play, and you will run out of cards to collect, and these people who are supposed to give you like cards for rewards, they will instead just give you something like some crafting materials or something. So but for the most part, you're going to have to play a lot of these games in order to collect all the cards. And even though we're playing with this Gwent++ mod, I'm hoping we can still collect all the cards, and just so that we can finish that one side quest for the sake of completion. But to be honest, at this point we've probably already missed a quest or two. Some quests in this game are like just really hard to find, and I could, look at a guide to see where all the quests are, but that's not really what this playthrough is all about. I mean, that's not what we're doing in this playthrough. The point of the playthrough is to go through this game playing Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition, and just to like see all the mechanics and the changes to the gameplay. We're not in it to do kind of a 100% completion, so to say. I mean, if I really wanted to do 100% completion, I probably could have. In fact, I could have made a guide on it. I am relatively familiar with most of the game's side quests. I don't believe there's any that I really just haven't done at all. But I have to admit, in this playthrough alone, there has been at least one instance of me just seeing something completely new. So, yeah, it just goes to show there's always more things to see in this game. It's kind of like playing an Elder Scrolls game. Even after hundreds of hours, yeah, you still discover new things. Okay, so this is a merchant. Nope, it's not him, it's this guy.
One glance and the crowns will leap from your purse.
Oh, will they? Let's take a look then.
Let me see what you're offering.
Oh, look at that. He's got some dried fish. Well, congratulations, I am not going to buy any of those. But I will play Gwent with you again. Wow.
Don't know that I'm going to buy anything, but I sure wouldn't.
That's a lot of Gwent in this episode, guys. I hope you guys are okay with that. If you skip all the Gwent in this episode, this one is probably only like 20 minutes long. It's not a very long one, but I don't know like really how many of you guys enjoy watching this, but hey. It couldn't be terrible in any case. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Yeah. I sometimes knock into my microphone and it makes me nervous. Alright, so let's start with some high tempo. It makes me nervous because I've mentioned this before, but you may have missed it. I have this microphone, right? It's a blue snowball. It's a pretty good one. I like it. The problem with it is, but this is a problem with my recording software, like, yeah, more for my software that I'm using than, the actual problem with a microphone. But it's kind of a combination of both, really. But there's this cord at the back of the microphone, and it's kind of loose. It's not like the most robust thing in the world. It's kind of like, I would say it has the strength of, I don't know, USB cable. So if you just nudge on it, maybe it won't detach from the microphone itself, but sometimes it does. And when it does, what happens is my recording software gets really confused. So it's like, it can't figure out like why in the world someone would unplug their microphone in the middle of recording. So it just like glitches out, and it will show me that it's still recording, but in reality it's no longer recording. So when that happens, and I don't realize that the cord has been detached, then my recording software will continue to tell me that it's recording. I'll be like, oh, it's all fine. And then 40 minutes later, when I'm done my session, I look at it, my video is only like 20 minutes long because there were 40 minutes of it just like, it's not recording, right? So So yeah, it's kind of a combination between the cord being kind of loose and the fact that my software is just dumb and not realizing that the microphone has been unplugged and it's not even recording at all. And it's not like, when that happens, right, you'd assume that the microphone would, the software would just keep on recording, but no more sound. It'll record my screen at least, but it doesn't even do that. It doesn't even record the screen. It's just straight up, no video, no audio, nothing. And yeah, it's kind of dumb that it happens that way. Probably should have played my clear weather there, but oh well, still one. Alright, so that's that dude. Let's keep on going. Gonna make this episode slightly longer than usual today, and we're gonna finish up this quest. Actually, there will be something. You know what? Actually, no, we're not going to finish up this quest today. Sorry. Yeah, I just remembered what this quest is, and there's going to be a particularly saucy moment at the end, which I want to save for next episode. So yeah, we're gonna end things off here because this is the moment that we're going into the warehouse. I want to call Roach. Come on, Roach. Oh yeah, there it is. Sometimes it takes a couple of whistles, and that is just fine. Sometimes she just doesn't come at all, which kind of annoys me. Alright, so I called her because I want to take a couple of books out, and we're going to raid a couple of books before the end of the episode. So yeah, I was kind of hoping that we could finish up this this quest this time, but yeah, we're gonna push her to the next episode, if that's okay. Anyways, so we got the Bear Legend. The Berserkers do not constitute a separate clan in terms of blood or lineage. They are instead a family forged by warriors who have heard the call of the bear and answered it by abandoning their loved ones and joining the community of mountain dwellers. Not every man who seeks to join it is accepted into the Brotherhood. The candidates must first pass difficult trials which usually end in their death. The last trial is the hardest. It is called the Trial of the Bear's Triumph. But few outside the Brotherhood have ever witnessed it, and none know what those who undergo it must endure. Quite curiously, the inhabitants of Skellige themselves know very little about the Berserkers, or Wildkarls, as they call them. They do not like to talk about these man-bears, not with outsiders, and not even amongst themselves. Kind of like a taboo in the Skellige culture. Behind the Great Veil. Of the many demons which reside in the outer spheres, Heims are among the most dangerous. Other demons usually must take on concrete living form, be it of man or beast. Heims, on the other hand, appear in our world in their own immaterial form, which is invisible to all save their chosen victim. Heims feed on fear, regret, a sense of guilt, in a word, on a negative emotions, and since they are eternally hungry, they provoke these emotions in the humans they torment. These demons cannot be exorcised. A man a Heim takes as a victim is lost and will inevitably succumb to madness and then death. Terrifying creatures, those. And we got Fauna of the Northern Realms Volume 2. Bears dwell in the wildernesses of the north, in its high mountain regions and in areas gripped with eternal frost. These animals can even be found where the human eye sees nothing but ice and snow, for they are skilled omnivorous hunters and gatherers, always able to find nourishment of some sort, even in the most hostile conditions. Bears are best avoided. While they are not usually aggressive, it is always a good policy to stay out of the way of any massive and fast-moving animals, in particular ones equipped with sharp claws and teeth. Yes. Good advice. And with that, we actually unlock a couple of decoctions. Cool. I have yet to consume a single decoction in this game, which is kind of weird. Because I really loved using decoctions in Vanilla Witcher 3, but the problem is, obviously in this mod, toxicity is a thing that we really have to keep our eye on. And while we're on the subject of toxicity, I find it really bizarre that we've been running around with this high toxicity for so long, and we've been playing with the patch that brought in, toxicity and toxicity fever, but for some reason I have never experienced fever in this game yet. And I kind of have a feeling that I installed something wrong, which I don't know if that's possible because I just installed this patch the way I always install them, or something just is like kind of buggy in this game. but the way the patch notes say, toxicity, the residual is supposed to go away in like a day or so. But I have waited for like 2 or 3 days and my toxicity still doesn't go down. The only time my toxicity actually goes away is when I drink a white honey, which, clears some toxicity, not all of it. And when I travel between regions. So if I go from, let's say, Velen to Skellige, then my toxicity actually goes down a little bit. And yes, it's understandable because when you fast travel between these regions, plenty of days pass. So maybe I just have to wait even longer times. But the patch notes do say that it takes about a day for the toxicity to die down. So I don't know what that's about. And plus, we've had high toxicity for a long time. I've never gotten fever. It's kind of strange. If any of you guys watching this right now know if it's just like a really low chance that I haven't, the fact that I haven't experienced it is just normal or something's going on. In any case, I'm not really complaining about it because apparently the fever is very, very awkward to deal with and not really that pleasant. But it will be a while before I actually publish this video between the time I actually record it. So by then I'll be like way ahead, but I would still appreciate any advice that you guys can give me if you are still by chance watching this video, because I know sometimes people will just click away once I start reading the books, but hey. So the 2 decoctions I got are the Curse decoction, which is 30% chance to heal an injury over 10 seconds. During full moons, overall speed is boosted by 10%. What? While attack and spell power is boosted by 15%. Whoa! This is good to use during full moons, huh? Interesting. And we got plus 30 vitality regeneration, which is very strong. Plus 15 in combat. So this is actually a pretty decent decoction. I like this one. And it looks like no, we don't have any cursed mutagen to use, but we can craft a couple of them. You know what? Let's craft some of these. I think these will be pretty useful. Let's lay down a campfire. I totally forgot the button I need to be pressing. Alright, so first I need to craft, let's craft 2 of these, okay? And we need 2 cursed mutagens. So this one should be able to take it, and I don't have any alkahest. Yeah. Well, so much for that. Yeah, because we also need alkahest to craft these decoctions. Can we craft it anyway? Let's see. Bases. I'm pretty sure white gold can also be used, but white gold itself requires, well, okay. Let's see if white gold can be used. Switch over to, let's go with monster mandible sample. And we'll craft 2 white golds. And see if I can make any mutagens with that. I cannot. Okay. So much for that. God damn it. I really wanted to make a decoction. Oh well. And the other one I got is Spectre decoction, which is the shadow form of specters is completely ignored while attacking in melee. What does that mean? Not really sure if I understand what that means. The shadow form of specters. Huh. Does that mean I take no damage when they're in shadow form? Which kind of feels a little... Wait, what? I'm going to just have to test this out and see what it does. But I need to remind myself that I need to purchase some alkahest soon. But this one also gives us plus 40 Vigor regen, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's about it. But while we're here, since we're meditating already, let's just go ahead and apply some skill points. Alright, do I have any? Yep, I do have some to work with here. We have Ard, which we'll keep on putting into Frostbite. It's pretty good. I kind of like the chill that it applies. It's just, I don't really use Ard that much. I love using Yrden and I love using Axii. I love using Igni on human enemies. With Ard, it's kind of a niche thing for me. Sometimes when I feel like I have too much vigor and I don't really want to use Igni, I use Ard. That's just how I do it. And with Yrden, we can keep on increasing the range, or we can get one of these warding glyphs, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Does it do a lot of damage? Yeah, it does okay damage. Interesting. I should also take a look at my mutations here. And the next one I want to work on is... well, Bloodbath is also pretty good. Toxic Blood. I kind of want to try out Toxic Blood as well. Well, you know what? We're gonna get Toxic Blood first, which requires a mutation and a Trial of the Grasses, which means I can't spend any of those skill points. I will spend my other ones though. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab 1 point onto Warding Glyph just to see how effective it is. And I also have an Axii point, which I will place onto... man, all of these are so good. Like, every one of the Axii skills in this tree is incredible. But I think I will go for Domination. Higher base chance. Yeah. Okay, so I got 2 mutation points. I only need 1 for that mutation, which means I'm going to apply one of these right now. And let's go with 10% chance to keep archetype mutagens with brewing decoctions. Oh, interesting. I don't make too many decoctions, so I don't think this is very relevant. Increased potency of mutagens by 10%. Oh, okay. That's good. That's actually very similar to one of the vanilla skills. And adaptation extends duration of decoctions and lowers their toxicity by 5. That's also really good. Wow. Because we're not using a lot of decoctions anyway, let's go ahead and go for synergy. Get 10% more. So let's see. So that vitality regen 3 should turn into 3.1. Oh, 3.3, yeah, sorry. Wow, cannot do math. 3.3. Yeah, there we go. And we have 1 general skill point, which at this point, there isn't really that many things I still really want to get. So let's just grab this one. Attack is the best offense. Okay, that's going to pass some time. In fact, let's pass some more time here just so we can get that vitality boost. There we go. And we're going to end things off. Not really sure why Geralt just put up his fist there, but okay. Yeah, that's the end of this time, guys. We'll come back next time. We'll finish up this high stakes quest, and we're going to move on to some other stuff. So thanks for watching this time, guys. I'll see you in the next one.